David has the same body as Tyson Fury. Hey, man. Oh, my goodness. David Benavidez with a lead right hand.
It's a bit harsh to scoring on his own. Really harsh. But it was a good performance, and obviously he's with us, and he'll come again.
Look at Anthony Yarde's face at the end of the 7th round. That isn't just the look of a man who lost a boxing match. That is the look of someone who survived a natural disaster. What we witnessed in Riyadh wasn't just a title defense or a technical knockout. It was a systematic dismantling that exposed a terrifying reality for the entire light heavyweight division. David Benavidez didn't just beat Yarde, he broke him. Before the first bell even rang, there was a glaring issue that boxing genius Andre Ward pointed out immediately. Anthony Yarde looked incredible, chiseled, muscular, and imposing. But in the world of elite boxing, looking like a Greek god is often a death sentence against a volume puncher like Benavidez. Ward described Yarde's physique as muck and mud.
Yeah, David is cold, man. You can't have all the muck and muck, man, bro. You gotta shed that muscle mass if you're gonna be able to deal with a volume puncher like David Benavidez. And you gotta have an IQ. And you have to be physically strong. And you gotta be able to fight fire with fire sometimes. Then you gotta know when to not fight fire with fire and when to get out of there. It's a lot you gotta do to be able to beat Benavidez.
It's a harsh assessment, but it exposed the core problem. Carrying that much excessive muscle requires oxygen. When you are facing a guy who throws combinations in bunches of 10 or 12, that muscle turns from an asset into an anchor.
He's not landing most of them punches, though.
He landed about 7 or 8 of them. He landed still going now.
4 out of 10 punches?
No, he landed about 7 or 8, and he's also holding him, which I don't know why the ref didn't see that.
Yeah, he was at full. All right, so round 5, we're scheduled for 12.
Benavidez needs to pick up his jab, man. He got a stiff, strong jab. He got to use it. Single jab, yop. Double jab, yop, yop, then come behind it with a combination.
Todd, you asked me what the path to victory.
I agree. The pressure, if Yarde doesn't make an adjustment, the pressure that Benavidez is putting on him will wear him down like it wears all these guys down.
For the first 3 rounds, it actually looked like Yarde had the answer. He was disciplined, boxing behind a sharp jab and landing a heavy counter right hand that seemed to get Benavidez's respect. At one point, Benavidez even slipped, looking off balance and potentially vulnerable. To the casual fan, this looked like a 50-50 fight. Yarde was landing clean shots and Benavidez was absorbing them. But this is where the trap was set. Benavidez wasn't getting hurt, he was downloading data. He was willing to eat a few shots to gauge Yarde's power, knowing that the beast from the east was burning through his gas tank with every heavy swing. It was a calculated gamble that relied entirely on Yarde fading before Benavidez took too much damage.
For your mentality, what does it feel like when you do start to see sort of them fading and you coming on top?
You know, the past 2 fights, I've seen my past opponents fade, but I didn't stop them. So I didn't really get excited this time. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep pushing until I get the stoppage. So, but you know, this is a recurring event. Every fighter I get in the ring with, I hurt. So it's just for me to follow the game plan, make sure, you know, I work behind my jab, and as you guys can see, I worked behind the jab this whole fight, and I got the stoppage. So I know exactly what I could do. That's why I'm so confident in other people I call out, because I know what I could do. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old when I was sparring with world champions in the gym. So I just now is just backing everything up that I said that I was going to do when I was younger.
Yeah, well,
by the 4th and 5th rounds, the atmosphere shifted. The monster stopped waiting. Benavidez switched stances and began walking Yarde down with a terrifying lack of respect for Yarde's power.
Yarde is not throwing power because his arms are tired, because he's muscle bound, and he doesn't want to leave himself out there to get countered by the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces of David Benavidez. That's why. And I don't know why he's on the ropes. Why are you on the ropes? You should have trained to move for 12 rounds. Not dance, but just walk David Benavidez. Walk him into a corner, spin out, get off. Bing, bing, bing. He just standing there getting, man, this heavy bag practice right now. Benavidez doing what Benavidez does. He's getting off.
This is where Ward's criticism of Yarde's fight IQ became painfully relevant. Instead of spinning out, using his legs, or tying Benavidez up, Yarde began resting on the ropes. It was the worst possible place to be. He essentially volunteered to be a heavy bag. Benavidez started hammering the body, ripping hooks to the ribs that sapped whatever energy Yarde had left. You could see the panic setting in. Yarde couldn't match the physicality, and because he was muscled down, as Ward noted, his arms started to feel heavy. He stopped throwing back, and that is the beginning of the end against Benavidez.
Yarde start holding down, unless you know that I was getting to him. And then he tries to answer with his offense, and it's not there.
Still waiting for this fight to heat up.
He's physically tired, and the punishment is wearing him down too. Oh, that's not a good puncher throw. Don't throw that, y'all. Oh my goodness, David Benavidez with a lead right hand. So disrespectful.
Referee says bring him up.
Benavidez has never been muscular. He's always been kind of soft around that midsection.
Round 6 was hard to watch if you were in Yarde's corner. This wasn't boxing anymore. It was an assault. Benavidez unleashed a barrage of punches, combinations that just didn't stop. We aren't talking about 1-2 combos, we are talking about sustained 10-punch flurries. Ward noted something chilling about Benavidez's demeanor here. He was relaxed. He was fluid. While Yarde was drowning, Benavidez looked like he was having fun. The difference in conditioning was exposed in the most violent way possible. Yarde was terrified to throw a punch because he knew leaving himself open meant eating 3 or 4 in return. Then came the 7th round, and the moment that had everyone talking.
The referee, because Benavidez landed an extra punch when he was already down. I don't think it was on purpose, though. Right now, speed power is winning.
Speed is starting to be the difference here in this fight.
Benavidez getting in his rhythm, man. I've seen Benavidez sharper, but he's definitely getting in his rhythm right now. They got to talk to him.
It looked like a tough performance. How did you rate what he did tonight?
I just felt that if he kept to the centre of the ring, he was having some success. Every time he went on the ropes, he was getting caught, and that's what happened. And the better man won on the night.
It didn't seem like there was very much stick on his punches.
I was just going to say that, and it's just like he was touching rather than making them, emphasising them or letting the shots go. And he's a big puncher, and he just never got them off.
Benavidez sensed the end. He floored Yarde with a sustained flurry in the first minute. Yarde crumbled, completely spent. But as Yarde was on his way down, and even as he was technically down, Benavidez landed another shot. The referee actually deducted a point from Benavidez for hitting Yarde while he was down. It was a flagrant foul, a moment where the aggression boiled over into something illegal. But here is the scary part. It didn't matter. Even with the point deduction, the fight was over moments later. The referee had seen enough. That illegal blow wasn't a sign of a dirty fighter. It was a sign of a fighter who enters a flow state of pure aggression where he literally cannot stop throwing hands until he is physically pulled away.
Doesn't seem to have an answer.
Oh, big shot.
From David Benavidez. The referee has seen enough.
How do you rate Benavidez? It was his first fight at 75. How did he look to you tonight?
He done that. He boxed right, but you put him on the back foot, and
He had a little success off the back foot.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. You got to take the centre ring and keep him on the back foot, and keep that jab going and let the right hand. And I thought he had some success when he did it, but he weren't hurting him enough. He wasn't enough power in the shots.
Yeah, I feel really good, man. I feel really happy I got my first stoppage. I feel happy that I silenced all the critics saying that I couldn't get a stoppage. This guy had a great performance against 2 of the top fighters at light heavyweight. He fought Sergey Kovalev years ago, but Sergey Kovalev is a legend at light heavyweight. Fought Benavidez, and he gave both of them a hell of a fight. I made this fight look easier than both of their fights, you know what I mean? And I went in there, I stopped them before. So, I think it was a great performance on my part. I'm very happy with the job I did. I'm very happy I followed my game plan. I could get better. I could get really better, better than this. But I still got the knockout, so I'm just happy that there's still room for improvement, but I still got the knockout, you know what I mean? So I'm happy with everything. We worked really hard for this, and we shut a lot of people up.
So where does this leave the division? Andre Ward laid out the blueprint to beat Benavidez, and it sounds almost impossible to execute. Ward argued that you need a rare combination of traits. You need the physical strength to keep him off you, but you can't be bulky. You need elite cardio. But most importantly, you need Mayweather-esque defense. You need the ability to stand in the pocket, slip 5 or 6 punches, and counter without breaking mentally.
You gotta be a Floyd Mayweather type of dude. You gotta deal with that type of pressure and not let it break you.
do a lot more. Agreed. And this is the thing about Anthony Yarde. He's been to the mountaintop. He just hasn't been able to win at the top. So this is the time when you use that experience. You got to put
He's starting to land them shots on Yarde. Starting to land the shots. It's an uphill climb for Anthony Yarde. He getting hit with big shots right now. And he's tough, so he's not gonna just lay down. But he's taking some punishment right now.
Trying to box off the back foot for 12 rounds. Yep, he needed it.
Congratulations. Was this what you expected?
This is definitely what I expected. When I signed the fight with Anthony Yarde, I said, "Oh man, this is gonna be a war." And then this is what I dreamt about. You know what I mean? Both of us going to war. I think it started. He cut me like at round 6. I said, "You want a shootout? Let's go for it then." And you see what I did. We stepped into Monstro's world and he got KO'd. May 2nd, me versus Zurdo Ramirez. I'm going up to cruiserweight to challenge for his title, so I'm excited for that.
Ward's analysis begs the question, who actually has that skill set right now? Bivol has the discipline, but does he have the inside game? Canelo has the defense, but does he have the stamina for 12 rounds of this pressure? The list of men who can survive this blueprint is shrinking rapidly. David Benavidez sent a message that echoed all the way to the top of the boxing world.
I was, you know what I mean, with all these guys. That's why, like, I don't like people disrespecting me, saying that, oh, I'm talking all this shit, but I'm not taking the fights with these guys. These guys
wasn't disrespecting.
No. It's I'm talking about other people. You know what I mean? Stuff that I see on the internet. These people, they don't want to take the fight with me. If they wanted to take the fight with me, that's the fight would have been having. You know what I mean? So, I'm taking every big opportunity I could take. You know what I mean? It's been evident that I've been wanting to get the biggest fights and they haven't been happening. Not on my end, on the other end of the other fighters. So whatever a big opportunity I see that we can make, we're gonna make that happen.
Yes. Yo. Good luck next time, brother. Good luck next time. It's back now.
He took a strong, dangerous opponent in Anthony Yarde and reduced him to a survivalist in less than 20 minutes. The controversy of the illegal shot only adds to the aura. He is a fighter who attacks with such ferocity that referees have to protect opponents even when they are already falling.
Oh, good right here. Oh, shit. Oh, good left foot. Hey, brother. Hey, you stay. The BTA. Yeah, he's down. Damn it. That brother said, okay. All right. Oh, good body shot. Oh. Hey, shit. Hey, this is a massacre. This is a massacre. Hey, that's the corner you don't want to be. That's the last time. That's the time you failed at first. Oh, shit. Hey, oh, shit. Hey, ref. Hey, ref. Come on. I've seen enough, ref. Damn it. Oh, sweat. Oh, stop the fight.
If Yarde, with all his power and strength, couldn't keep the monster off him, it's hard to see who could.
I give Gennady Golovkin all the credit he deserves because he's the reason why I'm the fighter I am today. Because when I was to spar him in there, those were not sparring sessions, they were real fights. And he'd push me to the level, so I'd have to find different ways to block, to get out the way because, he was punching with everything. So he made me learn more and push my IQ up, just to be in there with him, you know what I mean? And I learned a lot with him, so I give him all the credit. I'm the fighter I am today because of those sparring sessions I had with him. I sparred him from 15 till 19 years old. The last time I sparred him is when he fought Daniel Jacobs. So I learned a lot from that guy. So, hats off to Gennady Golovkin. He's a great man. He's a great champion in and outside the ring, and, I owe him a lot.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.